Okay, we're live. We still have another minute left, but welcome to the Midday Movement series. I'm so excited to be bringing this to you today. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Excellent. So we're going to be doing this really great tension-free postural type of a workout today, midday. It's all about your neck and shoulders. So I'm not going to start right till 12 o'clock, though. Make sure that everybody has gotten in and is on and ready to go. It's perfectly sunny out too. It's beautiful here in the Massachusetts of USA. Excellent. Okay, all right, so we're gonna start now. What I wanted to talk to you today about is, think about this. Before we start, tension-free neck and shoulders. Think about how much tension you have and why you might have tension in your neck and shoulders. Is it because your posture is really bad? Because the posture, form equals function when you think about it. If your form is off, your function is going to be off. So when you're sitting at your computer or you're sitting at your desk all day and you're letting your shoulders round forward and you're getting into this little sort of slump type posture, then that's going to dictate sort of how your body is feeling. All the weight of your shoulders pulling down on your back is going to create some back tension and also neck tension. Think about where your head is in alignment when you're in perfect posture. It's stacked right over your shoulders. But when you're at your desk, perhaps it starts to jet forward a little bit. That's really going to create a lot of tension in the neck, that poor space that has to hold up this big mass of a head. So think about that. So tension can be a really negative word. However, it can be a really positive thing. Think about your iliotibial band. And if you don't have any tension in your iliotibial band and you try to stand on one leg, what's going to happen is you're going to fall over. So tension's not always a bad thing. It's just what is optimal. So first off, let's talk about alignment, okay? We're going to be doing some exercises today that will help you to improve your alignment and also just improve your awareness of what your alignment is. So let's just stand with our legs about hip distance apart and get into a nice standing posture. Allow your shoulders to go up and then back down again. So slide them up and slide them down. What do you notice when they slide up? Are they rounded forward, or are they rounded back, or are they just in line with the proper place where that humeral head is sliding in that glenoid, that shoulder joint, up and down? So when you start your postural exercises, make sure that you've got your arm bone situated right in the center of your body, so when it slides up and down, it's sliding in the proper alignment, okay? That's going to get you much more mobile and in a much more optimal position, okay? So let's do that 4 more times. Go up and down, go up and down. 2 more, up and down. Last time, up and down. Now, what about your neck? So this is the space between your chest mass and your head space. This is the space in between that has to support you. So let's just make a little easy circles with our head and allow that neck tension to maybe release a little, but we're going to then work on making sure that we don't release too much so that that space of our neck can actually hold our head up straight. Let's do this 4 more times. 4 in this direction, 3. And it doesn't matter which way you started. 1 more. Okay, it's feeling great. Let's go the other way. So we're mobilizing first, but then we're going to have to work on getting some appropriate amount of tension in that neck space. Okay, let's do this 4 more times. That's 4. And that's 3. 2 more. 2. And then 1 more time. Don't get dizzy on me. Last one. And then come back to center. Okay, so it feels mobile. Let's provide a little bit of a tensional quality to that. So just take your chin and sort of pull it back and isometrically hold that position and then release. Let's do that again. So just take your chin and pull it back a little bit just to feel the neck muscles engaging so that you're optimizing that tension, and then release. And let's do it again. Just do that little retraction. You can even do this against a wall. Put your neck against the wall, the head against the wall, and slide up the wall. Create that space, that length in the space, but also that tensional network that we need, and then relax. Another way to do that is just with your fingertips. So give a little bit of a pressure, about 5 counts, just like that, and then relax it. Okay, do it again. Slide that head back a little bit and get a little bit of pressure here, and then just release that. Let's do that 1 more time. So you can do this anytime during the day just to create that nice tensional quality through the neck space, and then relax. Okay, let's do some scapula isolations. You can use a towel if you want, or you can use a scarf, or you can use anything. You don't even have to have anything, but I'm going to use it to just make my arms stay in one position. I'm going to go up with my shoulders and down. So I'm pulling against the towel so I can get that tensional quality and my arms aren't just hanging in space. Okay, so they're not just up there, I've actually got something to pull against so I can create a good tensional network. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale up. And the breath is really important here too. If you inhale and then exhale, you can feel the elevation of your shoulders up. It's as if the breath is literally pushing those arms up. So do that again. Inhale up and down. Inhale up. Exhale. Release it back down. Let's do 2 more of these. Up and then back down. And 1 more time. Up and then back down. Okay, so you're getting the idea of what's good and what's not good with tension, right? Let's do some arm swings. So let your arms just swing like a pendulum quality, back and forth, and releasing maybe some restrictions that you might have in the shoulder, okay? And just giving that little pendulum quality here, nice swing pattern, and notice how your legs just automatically will bounce back and forth with you. That's really good, okay? So push from the ground up. 2 more like that. 1 more. So that's in the sagittal plane, that forward and back plane. Let's do some in that frontal plane, back and forth. So this is a great thing to do while you're sitting at your desk. You get up for that little break that you want to have every hour or so and just do these easy swing patterns. Not really too much structure here, just a nice easy swing. Okay, now you've got yourself pretty mobile. Stand tall again. How does it feel? Great, right? Let's now add that tensional quality that I talked about. So we want to have good tensional integrity through our upper body. We want to take our towel or our scarf, and again, you could do it without anything, but it's nice if you have something to pull on as you bring those arms into what's called shoulder extension, and then release that back down again. So pulling back like this, and feel the shoulder blades sliding together in order to help you get those arms back. So feel the pulling sensation through the shoulder blades, and then relax. How high up your arms go really depends on your ability, your range of motion. What have you got available to you? How can you squeeze those shoulder blades without letting the rib cage pop out? So we want to keep good integrity through the torso while we're doing that, but we want to get that great shoulder extension work. Okay, arms here. Okay, sorry for a little bit of poor connection there. Place your arms here, just kind of at that 90-degree angle, and then just turn your arm bones in and then turn them back. Now, how far in and back they go, it really, again, depends on what range of motion is possible for you. So just letting the arm bone turn in and then turn out. Inhaling and exhaling in your own time, right? So inhale, exhale, and again, watching your torso alignment, being sure that your form is in optimization here, like optimal form, so you're optimizing your motion through the shoulder joint and you're not using your body to do it, okay? We want to just get that isolation right in that humeral head here, okay, in the socket, just like that. Internal and external rotation, let's do that 4 more times, just like that. This is 4, and again for 3, and again for 2, and 1 more, just to the point of no pain, right? Just a little bit of tensional integrity. Okay, shake those arms out. And the next thing I want to do is some lateral raises. So I'm going to use a band for that. I've got my flex band. And you don't have to have a band today, but now you'll know that you could do this with a band. So just stand on the band. It doesn't matter where you're standing. Just have your feet about hip distance apart. So I'm standing on the band, and I'm just going to lift my arm up and down. So just letting it go up and down, pulling against the band, okay? So we'll do that with both arms, up and down. And it doesn't really matter if it's right out in front of you or it's a little bit further to the sides or all the way out to the sides. Find a comfortable range, and then what I want you to do is pull up and then hold it. This is an isometric. Hold it and then release it down. We're holding for 5 seconds, so come with me again. Up and hold, breathe. Make sure you haven't changed your posture, right? Stay there and breathe. And then allow them to go down. So now we're creating a little bit of time under tension, right? So hold up. So this is going to get you stronger. Time under tension, that's an important thing. So tension is not always a bad thing, like I said before. Hold those arms up there and just hold that resistance. Feel that strengthening the muscles of the shoulders here. Up, because you have to be strong and stable and mobile. All those things matter. Up, hold it there, and then back down. You could go to the sides, as I said before, and again, it's just that side pattern here, just lifting out in that frontal plane position here, so your arms are just out to the sides, and then let them go back down. 1 more time like that, any position that you want to go in, and you can vary that. In fact, what's really nice is if you vary it where one arm goes out to the side as the other arm goes forward in an L-type configuration, and then release it, hold it, and then you could do the other side, right? So just up. Oh my gosh, can you see the little shaking going on in my arm? That means my time under tension is just about finished, okay? And then relax that. Excellent, okay. Next thing that I want you to do is just get into those postural muscles once again by holding the band. You can use a band or not, but I am going to hold the band here out in front of my chest and just pull and then away from your spine. In toward your spine and away from your spine. That's again, sorry for the pause. Pull. At least it's nice with Instagram. It tells you when it's pausing due to bad connections, right? So I know to stop talking for a moment. Okay, now let's do the same thing, but let's do it on a diagonal. So rather than just pulling in one position, I'm going to go on to a diagonal. Diagonal pull. So pulling back, and you're letting your arms just go onto that diagonal pull. And feel the shoulder blades still coming back toward the spine. Okay? Use your breath. Good. We've got a couple more of these. Reach and pull right there. Pull. Okay, last one, and now relax. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about is that concept of internal and external rotation at the shoulders. How many times have you done this assessment before, where you take your arms out to your sides, kind of put your thumb under, okay, take your arms out to your sides, and then you reach one arm up in the air and one arm down, and then you try to touch your hands or your fingertips together, okay? Have you done that assessment before? What we're assessing here is what kind of internal rotation and external rotation on the other arm do we have? So go ahead and do that. Put your thumbs under. Lift your arm, one arm up, it doesn't matter which one, we'll do both. And then just try to place those arms behind you and see where they go, okay? How far away are they? So we're gonna now do an exercise to see if we can make that change. So kind of get a guide of where you're at with that side, and let's do the other side. So the arms go out, you lift one arm up, one arm back, and you can see if you're the same or somewhat different on one side versus the other. Usually it'll be a little bit different. Okay, now let's do what we call the back scratcher. This is a great exercise. I'm going to take the band, okay? I'm going to use the band, or you can use a towel, it doesn't matter. In fact, I'll show it with a towel, because you can do it with a towel at home. So take that one hand of that external rotation up above, and then the other one behind you. Just grab a hold wherever you can on the towel with your hands, okay? You've just got that configuration. And then pull up. So you're pulling, the top arm is pulling the bottom arm up your back. So the towel is static, right? It's not a band. And you don't really want to change the length if you are using a band. You want it to stay static, and you just want to pull up and down. So I'm really coaxing that position of my underarm here, right? The one on the bottom, going up and down, right? Into that internal rotation. So the top arm is really pulling the bottom arm up. Okay, so now, when you go for your assessment, let's try this assessment again, okay, but do this side. I'm going to put my thumbs under, okay, bring this arm up and go back again. Now, how much closer did you get? Maybe a little bit, maybe not. Maybe it takes a few more times, so you might have to do this again. All right, let's try the other side. Now, I take the opposite arm up and the other one behind, and then I'm just going to hold onto it wherever I can meet it, and then up and down. And up and down. Now, if you've had any injuries to your shoulders, you might be feeling right now that it's a little different on the side that you had the injury. Maybe you have a little less of an ability to move. Maybe your range of motion is compromised from scar tissue or the injury that you had. This is the side where I had my shoulder surgery, so I can definitely feel a little bit more restriction in getting that arm up there. Inhaling and exhaling, keep going. Okay, so these are called the back scratcher, kind of like that old-fashioned scratcher that you used to get when you were a little kid, right? Those little wooden handles that had little fingers on the bottom. Okay, shake it out. Did you ever have that? Maybe it just happens in the USA, I don't know. Shake those arms out. How does it feel? Let's do that assessment on that side now, okay? So we're going to do that assessment on that side. Thumbs under, up. Ooh, is it any closer? So, if it's not closer today, don't worry, okay? Because it's just an assessment. And the more you do that, the better it will get. The more you coax that internal rotation and that external rotation. All right, so the last thing I'm going to show you is what we call the back scratcher, but on a horizontal configuration as opposed to vertical configuration. I'm going to use my flex band this time, just because it's easier to hold on to. I'm going to hold the flex band in my hand, bunched up, and then I'm going to place that arm out to the side. You see that? That right hand is out to the side. Okay, see that? And I've got my other hand just holding on to the band here. And what I'm going to do is take this thumb, turn it in, and then pull that arm across. And what I'm trying to do here is pull that thumb up under my scapula and then back again. So now we're going into this horizontal back scratcher position, back and forth. And remember, the thumb really has to turn down as it pulls across. So you get into that internal rotation right away. Can you see that? That internal rotation right away. And then you can open your legs and just get into a little flow with it, right? Just let the arms go with your body back and forth, okay? Perfect. All right, now we're going to do the other side, okay? So let's do the other side. Take your hand and just bunch up that band. Now, if you don't have a band, you can still do the motion. It just doesn't feel the same without the band. So maybe if you don't have it with you right now, you can do it later. Thumbs up like that, okay? You see that? Now I'm going to internally rotate that arm, and then I'm going to pull it up underneath my scapula on the other side. So out and then in. Out and in. Out and in. Now, getting that rhythmic motion is a really great way to decrease tension, right? Getting that little rhythm. Thinking about that thumb, though, remember the thumb has to turn as you come through, up and under, all right? Let's do that 4 more times. 4 and 3, 2 more, 2 and 1. And then just relax. Okay, listen, that's midday movement. I'm so glad that you joined me. And remember, some tension is good. You need a little bit of tensional integrity, what's called tensegrity, or in the human body, biotensegrity. You need a little bit of that tensional integrity just to be able to live through your life, right? You can't be collapsed in a collapse mode. So get your posture on. Have a nice day. Join me next time. Thanks, guys, so much. Really good to see all of you. Nice. All right, see you later next week.